Hey YouTube, this is Erica of tamagotchimuseum.weebly.com, and today I was requested to do a review on the Tamagotchi Connection V4. The person asked for the English version. I did notice that I don't think that there are any differences between the American version and the European versions, except for how the name is spelled. Especially because I have a version 5 and it's exactly the same. I was all excited. It came back from Germany. My brother had it. He said it was the greatest thing. I opened it and let down. It was exactly the same as a American V5. So on that justification, I'm assuming that this review will go about the same as a Tamagotchi Connection European version. So you can see that this is the clear version. And I do notice that it is pretty much exactly like the V4.5. They say that the V4.5 is an easier Tamagotchi to take care of. This one's more dependent on how you take care of it. The characters that you will get really do depend on the amount of games you play and the discipline. So I've noticed quite a variety of characters that you can get on this one, and you won't get a really good character as easily. So this one is a bit harder to take care of. So you can start off by the scale. Nothing new there. There's the hungry and the happy trading bar. And then what's different on this one is the characters here. This is your intelligence, your beauty, and your social capabilities. I can't remember off the top of my head what the one on the V4.5 is, but it's a different objective. So, and of course, the type of job you get will vary depending on what your stats are. So, yes, I did name him Juno. Don't ask me why. So, you have your meal. It's the same as a V4.5. Really, everything to the dot. The V4.5 is just really a slightly different version with less bugs than this one. And then you can see it's the same, and these numbers up here tell you how many left of a certain type of treat or food or whatever that you have left. So I have 2 in this case. Okay. And what I do like still about the older versions is that when you push on this button here, you can see a close-up version of your pet. Okay, whoop. So that was the toilet screen. That's common among all the Tamagotchis. So you have your games. And the games is what's different. So you've got jump rope instead of jumping up on the cloud, which is the only game you have when it's a baby. There's a mimic. I can show you that one. And it's, I guess, the equivalent of what the wrestling game is. So the Tamagotchi here is going to stop on a certain type of animation, and you have to try to match what the face is. So, bug eyes. Oop, missed. So you have to have 2 out of 3, and it goes on for 6 rounds. Let's see if I can cancel out of that intentionally. Okay, so yeah, you get the point of that. Whoop-diddy, 0 points. Alright. So then there's shape. And you are trying to have this match the shape. Ugh. Whoops. Rats. This one's, I think, the hardest one on here. Well, the objective is to get the middle shape to match the shapes that are heading towards you so that you can project the shape that you've matched at it so that it doesn't hit the bottom. You have dance, which is, you need to follow exactly what the character is doing. So you can see there's 1, so I need to push the middle here. Sometimes it shows up with 2. And you have to push 2 at the exact same time. So I lost. Okay. And then I think lastly is flag, which I think they have this exact one on the V3. And it can trip you up with the smaller flags and make you push the wrong one. Oh, see, so there's two at the same time and you have to push it at the same time. So it's a lot of reflex skills. So the games are quite a bit harder on this version. Okay, and so you have your shop, which is exactly the same as on the V4.5. I think if you hold A and C together at the same time really quickly, I can get it, or maybe it's A and B. I can't get it to do it, but it's supposed to be a secret password. So here's password from the Tamagotchi website. You can put the password into it and get items. And then you have souvenir also from obtaining items from the Tamagotchi website. So then after you have your connection here, you've got work, and just going to preschool or your job. You can choose the little turtle looking dude, that easel page looking dude, or the flower looking teacher dude. And each of them help you obtain different career objectives. So be mindful of that when you do see the little turtle guy coming onto the screen, that you can push the A button here, and it will give you a chance to select another teacher of your choice. So this is your discipline, and you've got your timeout and your praise. So for timeout, I've noticed that if he's sitting there stubborn and you can't get him to eat, or he's just doing some other type of nonsense, you can push timeout and it gets him to shape up. If he's crying on the screen, that's usually when I see that you need to go in and praise him, and it makes him happy again, and it raises your points here in your training. So if the more you take care of him, the more you interact with him, the more opportunities you have for the behaviors to come up for you to either cue to praise him or to discipline him. And so that's how that works. You've got your common medical bag here. Oh, and I have mail. Mail's the same also as in the V4.5. You can get, gifts from the Tamagotchi King, such as here. It's probably money. And yes, I was right. And you can have the robber come randomly. Or they give you your fortune, which is also similar to the Japanese versions with the fortune. And then you have your past friends and your history and presents that you can give back and forth to your Tamagotchi. Let's see if there's anything else I can think of. It can communicate, as far as I know, with V4.5. Your character may show up as a little male dude, though. So, it takes the standard battery, as Tamagotchi does. The battery lasts pretty long on this one. You have your pause feature, or your sound feature, if you push the A and C buttons at the same time. Let's see if I can put pause. Yeah, pause is A and B. And then exiting out with C and pushing the center button like so executes your clock screen, which is a scrolling clock screen, which takes a bit longer. But let's see. Other than that, it's pretty much exactly the same as the V4.5, so don't sweat it. It's just a little bit more complicated to take care of, more temperamental, and harder to get the good characters. So thank you for watching, and look, if you have any comments, feel free to comment down in the bar down here, and thank you as always for watching.